Hello everyone, my name is Gabby, and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Super review. This time we're going to be reviewing Dragon Ball Super Episode 3. In this episode, Beerus is struggling to remember the adversary that he prophesied would appear. Talking to the Oracle Fish, he finds out it was called the Super Saiyan God. Whis explains to Beerus all about the Saiyans and where they are all right now. Curious, Beerus decides to go to King Kai's planet to meet Son Goku, believing he might be the Super Saiyan God. Meanwhile, back on Earth, it's Bulma's birthday party on a cruise ship, and everyone is there. Everyone, that is, besides Goku and Vegeta, who were too busy training. The pure-blooded Saiyans aren't particularly good with social obligations, that's what I've realized. And once again, this episode ends off with the Supreme Kai and Elder Kai talking ominously about Beerus and what he could do if he and Goku fight. There were a lot of things I liked about this episode. They kept a lot of the good character interactions and just really funny moments from Battle of Gods. And then some of the new stuff that they added was also quite funny as well, like the scene with Beerus in a bathtub. We also got some cool interactions between some of the humans. We got Krillin and 18 a bit, and we had like Yamcha, Tien Shinhan, Chaozu. Everyone was all there. We got some stuff with Piccolo. It was all very nice. Not that relevant, but it was still just fun. And once again, I also like how they brought in the continuity. Like for one thing, when King Kai was trying to distract Goku, went and started telling him off for not wishing him back to life after he got killed after self-destructed and destroyed the planet. So that and like they put a little flashback there, and while I guess that is kind of cheap of Toei to just sort of reuse the old animation there, it is nice because it makes it feel like this is a continuation of Z. It's not just some random story that they just decided to put in there. Because they're like, and it also knows that they do remember some of this stuff, and they're putting it in there, even if it's just like as a throwaway line. As for what I didn't like about this episode, one thing I realized when watching episode 3 is it sort of makes episode 1 and 2 kind of completely pointless. As in, like, episode 1 and 2, they're pretty much, I mean, they are useful for introducing the characters, but the real plot only starts on this episode. Episode 1 and 2 don't really do anything at all. So that's not really the fault of episode 3, but that is a kind of a problem. So if you've watched Dragon Ball Z before, you can kind of skip the first 2 episodes if you really want. They pretty much are filler. We started off with 2 episodes of filler. Another problem that episode 3 sort of brought up is the problem of the pacing. As we've seen, this is going to be pretty much redoing Battle of Gods, but as we also saw in this episode, not much really happened. And I've seen some people theorizing that if it continues on this pace, it's going to take at least 10 episodes, even more, maybe even closer to 20, to get this Battle of Gods arc done. And I mean, it is enjoyable, but none of this is new. So I can't really get excited about watching something that I've already seen before. Another problem I had with this episode was it definitely confirms that yes, Gohan and Videl are married, and that is a plot point, which makes me think it's heavily implying that it's going to reuse the same ending of Battle of Gods, which, spoilers if you haven't seen Battle of Gods, where they need one more Saiyan for the Super Saiyan God transformation, and then Videl reveals to everyone that she is pregnant with Pan, and they can use that as the last Saiyan. Which in itself would be fine, but this isn't taking 5 years. This isn't taking place 5 years after Majin Buu anymore, unless it secretly is and no one told me. And if that happens, that means that they are heavily retconning how old Pan is going to be, which isn't such a big deal, I guess, but it's going to be the first major retcon Super has done for the entire series, and that is a little bit annoying. So we'll see. I also kind of wish we had a bit more with Krillin and 18 and Marin. I was sort of looking forward to that, but that's not such a big deal, and considering what this episode was really about, they weren't such a major part of it anyway. So, next episode, we're going to get the Pilaf gang going to show up again as kids. They're going to explain that, don't worry. And with some very strange, thick line drawings, and I wonder what that's there for. I mean, that'll be cool. It's not, none of this is new. I know what's going to happen pretty much in this next episode, and doesn't seem like much is going to occur. And there's a week break until episode 4, so it's going to be a while. It's going to be a while until we get the new stuff. So that was Dragon Ball Super episode 3. I enjoyed it. It was alright. It wasn't that amazing because I've pretty much seen everything here. Nothing is new. This is just Battle of Gods. Which in itself, I understand why they're doing that. It just means I'm not going to be as excited for these episodes as I am going to be for the first 2 episodes, where I had no idea what was going to happen, really. But either way, I am still looking forward to next episode. So, this is Gabby, signing out, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye, guys!